Google Glass was one of Google's most public and monumental fails of all time. Coming in at $1,500, Google Glass strived to offer a hands-free smartphone experience nearly a decade ago. Today, it looks like Apple might be coming out with their own smart glasses in the imminent future. So, is Apple Glass destined to fail just like Google Glass? Well, starting off, most of the rumors surrounding Apple Glass are just from leakers and Apple analysts. And though many of these guys like Ming-Chi Kuo have a solid track history, this isn't really concrete evidence. However, there is one piece of evidence that does make it seem like Apple is at least testing some sort of wearable AR technology. Some super smart individuals figured out that internal builds of iOS 13 contain code for something called Star Tester. After looking through the code, these guys were able to determine that the Star Tester app allows users to switch in and out of a head-mounted mode. They were also able to determine that Apple was testing something called Starboard mode, which seems to be some sort of AR experience. Considering this, it seems like Apple is actually seriously testing wearable AR technology for the face. With that being said, what will a potential Apple Glass actually allow users to do? Well, first of all, Apple Glass is expected to actually work like real glasses. In other words, Apple Glass can be changed to your prescription using a technology called optical subassembly. Aside from this, Apple Glasses will of course sync up with your messages, email, and other notifications so that you can see them at a glance. It is also expected that Apple Glasses will allow for some sort of navigation use. Maybe you'll see a small map on one of the lenses, or you might see text-based directions like turn left in 5 feet. Considering the unique role of Apple Glass, Apple might even introduce a dedicated app store like they have done with the Apple Watch and Apple TV. This might even allow you to play games on the Apple Glass, but I'm not quite sure how engaging and fun this will actually be. Another major feature that Apple Watch might sport is some sort of night vision technology. If you've seen Apple's latest night vision technology with the iPhone 12, you know it's quite amazing. And with Apple Glass, this technology would be more functional than ever before. There are also rumors that Apple Glass may have a speaker system, which would eliminate the need for AirPods, but I'm not quite convinced. I think any speakers Apple is working on for a face-based wearable is for an Apple VR headset, not for Apple Glass. Finally, Apple Glass will likely also have a plethora of super cool marketable features that you will likely never use, like LiDAR with the iPhone. Considering all of this, Apple Glass will basically just be an Apple Watch for your face that sports some AR features and will help you see better in the day and night. But how much will they actually cost? Many rumors are actually suggesting that it will start at just $500, plus an extra fee to add your prescription, which coming from Apple is quite surprising. Google charged $1,500 nearly a decade ago, so I personally expected a price of at least $999 plus prescription cost. Apple has been making a lot of changes over the past couple of years though, so $500 may not fully be off the table. Recently, Apple has primarily focused on preserving their customer base as opposed to expanding their customer base. Thus, Apple might price the glasses at $500 to lock in as many people as they can into the Apple ecosystem. After all, most of the processing for the Apple Glass will likely take place on the iPhone, so you can't really use Apple Glass without an iPhone anyways. Moving on to release date, some rumors suggest that Apple is already ready to launch the glasses, and that they're simply waiting for an in-person keynote opportunity to announce the glasses. However, most rumors suggest that Apple Glass will likely come out in 2022 or 2023. In any case, they're coming out very soon, unlike the Apple Car. And that brings us into the key question: will Apple Glass flop? Well, at first glance, it might seem excessive and completely unnecessary. And it is. But that doesn't mean Apple Glass will perform poorly by any means. Several years ago, many people said the exact same thing about the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch launched with a starting price of $350, which was over double the price of the most popular competing smartwatches. At the time, it seemed like spending so much money on an Apple-branded smartwatch was never going to catch on. But in 2021, here we are. Similarly, AirPods were heavily ridiculed at launch for being overpriced wireless headphones. But today, it seems like everyone has AirPods. As you can see, Apple has successfully introduced massive changes time and time again. So it wouldn't be wise to underestimate Apple. With that being said, let's take a look at why Google Glass failed to begin with. One of the most significant shortfalls of Google Glass was how it looked. It had a super big temple and didn't even have lenses for both eyes. It simply had a tiny little holographic screen at the top right corner. Needless to say, you definitely wouldn't fit in if you're wearing this in public. But Google was okay with that. They were trying to embrace the inner nerd within all of us. However, most people were clearly not interested in wearing this contraption in public. People generally don't like to attract attention in public, especially not unwanted attention. So it's essential that Apple Glass looks just like regular glasses. Ideally, people shouldn't even be able to recognize that you're even wearing smart glasses. Looking at the renderings based on leaks and considering that this is Apple, it looks like they should be good in this category. Aside from looking funky, Google Glass didn't really provide a seamless experience. Google Glass was supposed to combine the virtual world and the real world, but all it really did was constantly put a screen in front of your face. This could be explained by the fact that Google Glass didn't actually use AR technology. Google Glass literally just had an LCD screen that was transparent. Apple, on the other hand, has apparently been working on AR technology for years. So let's hope it's actually practical and not intrusive. Moving on, another major concern is battery life. Customers who buy Apple Glass will likely be looking for it to replace their regular glasses. And with Apple Glass, we know that the optical subassembly will allow for the glasses to accommodate for the user's prescription and their specific eye distance and all of that. The concern here is that the optical subassembly is controlled by an integrated processor. So, will the prescription stop working once Apple Glass runs out of battery life? I'm not sure, but if that's the case, that would no doubt significantly reduce practicality, as users will have to carry around backup glasses or contacts. Even if that's not the case though, Apple will have to nail battery life. I'm pretty sure that people don't want to charge their glasses in the middle of the day. At the same time, I'm also pretty sure that people actually want the smart functionality that they are paying for to work all day. So, all-day battery life will be essential in promoting large-scale adoption. Fortunately, 12 or 14-hour battery life won't actually be required to make this possible. Most of the processing will be done on your phone, and your glasses won't actually be displaying something most of the time. So, most users should be able to get a full day's worth of use with battery life that can support 5 to 6 hours worth of screen time. If the Apple Glass only supports 3 to 4 hours of battery life though, Apple will likely have problems. Another major concern that Apple will have to address is privacy. One of the top criticisms of Google Glass was that it had a camera that could record everything that the user was seeing. Not only did this make many users uncomfortable, as Google Glass was capable of recording the inside of their house and private conversations, but this also made people around these individuals uncomfortable as well, as you can't tell if someone is recording you while wearing Google Glass. To prevent any privacy concerns regarding Apple Glass, it's best if Apple does not include a camera at all on the glasses. Finally, that brings me on to my final criteria that Apple must meet with their glasses to succeed, which is a unique offering. Apple glasses must offer something that other Apple devices do not offer by themselves. For instance, the Apple Watch is extremely popular within the fitness community, as it allows users to track their workouts without their iPhone bouncing around in their pockets. Mac computers are extremely popular amongst creative professionals, as the software integration is nearly flawless. And AirPods are extremely popular across the board, as they give users a seamless headphone experience. Similarly, Apple Glass must offer a unique advantage to a broad group of people for it to really catch on. In other words, it can't just be an alternative to looking down at your phone. In my opinion, a lack of unique functionality is the fundamental reason that Google Glass failed. It was super cool technology and all, but it didn't offer anything that you couldn't do by just using your phone, or better yet, glancing at your smartwatch. Maybe the unique offering is being able to see better in the dark, or being able to utilize augmented reality to its fullest. Imagine being able to visualize any product you want to buy on your desk, or being able to try on new outfits by looking at a mirror. A lot of this technology already exists on our phone, but it definitely makes much more sense in combination with smart glasses. As long as Apple is able to meet all of these criteria, I think Apple glasses will actually be a success. And you might have noticed that I left out price from this equation. Apple has proven their ability to sell arguably overpriced products very well, time and time again. And as long as Apple Glass isn't priced like the Apple monitor stand at $5,000 or something absurd like that, price shouldn't be an obstacle. If Apple Glass is priced between $500 and $2,000 and it meets all of that criteria, people might complain about it at first. But I think most will eventually come around to it, as we've seen historically. Do you guys think Apple Glass will fail? Comment that down below. Also, drop a like if you guys are excited for smart glasses to hopefully finally be done right. And of course, consider joining our Discord community to suggest future video ideas, and consider subscribing to see more questions logically answered. But until then, I'm Hari. I'll see you guys on the next one.